Hi guys, welcome to the Misconception series with Miss Bashtu. In this video, we will have a look at misconceptions in algebraic expressions. Before this lesson, you must know how to collect like terms and simplifying expressions, including multiplying. Let's start simplifying the algebraic expressions. I'd like you to pause the video and double check you can simplify these algebraic expressions. I'll show you the answers in few seconds. Here are the answers. I hope you did well. If you didn't, let's go through it together. The questions on the left-hand side are collect like terms, including adding and subtracting the same terms. The questions on the right-hand side are simplifying expressions, including multiplying. When we are talking about multiplication and division in algebraic expressions, we use the law of indices. In these questions, the operation is just multiplication. When you collect like terms, the letter terms have to be exactly the same. The first letter term is AB, as is the second one. Therefore, we can collect them. Remember guys, there's a hidden one in front of a letter term if there's no number. So 1AB plus 1AB makes 2AB. However, when you multiply them, we use indices rules. Let's have a look at the rule for multiplication. There are two things required to be able to use this. The first one is the base has to be the same, A and A. The second one is the operation has to be multiplication. So what does it mean? For example, A squared times A to the power of 4. So if you get the rule, we should add the powers. 2 plus 4 makes 6. So the answer, A to the power of 6. If I change the operation, A squared plus A to the power of 4, or A squared take away A to the power of 4, I can't use this rule. So we can say, even if the base is the same, if the operation is not multiplication, you cannot use this rule. Alright? So I can use this rule only in this position. Alright? So now guys, please pause the video, write down the rule, copy the red boxes in your book, then highlight them. If you go back to the first question with multiplication, if there's no number as a power, we know there's a hidden one here. Alright, so A times A at the powers 1 plus 1 makes 2. So B times B at the powers 1 plus 1 makes 2. So A squared, B squared. Here guys, AB and AB are the same terms. Then you can subtract. 9 take away 4 makes 5AB. However, when you multiply them, first multiply the number terms. 9 times 4 makes 36. AB times AB makes A squared, B squared. Here guys, A squared B and A squared B are the same terms. Also now we know there's a hidden one in front of a letter term if there's no number. So 1A squared B plus 1A squared B makes 2A squared B. However, when we multiply this, we are going to use this rule. So A squared times A squared at the powers 2 plus 2 makes 4. B times B, there's a hidden one. 1 plus 1 makes 2. So A to the power of 4, B squared. Here guys, we know they are the same terms. Therefore, we can subtract. 5 take away 2 makes 3A squared B. So when you multiply, first multiply the number terms. 5 times 2 makes 10. A squared B times A squared B makes A to the power of 4 B squared. Here guys, A squared B and AB squared are not the same. This is A squared, this is A. Here the power is 2, here the power is 1. They are not the same. B is the same position. The power is 1, the power is 2, and they are not the same. Therefore, you can't collect them. In the other words, you can't simplify further. However, you can multiply them. So multiply the number terms, makes 10. Then a squared times a, the power is 1. 2 plus 1 makes 3, so a cubed. B times b squared, there's a hidden one here. 1 plus 2 makes 3, so b cubed. The answer, 10a cubed, b cubed. Now, look at collect like terms and simplifying algebraic expressions, including multiplying. I'd like you to see the difference between them. Here guys, when you collect like terms, the power of the letter terms doesn't change. It is AB and still AB. A squared B and A squared B and still A squared B. However, when you multiply letter terms, the power of the letter terms changes and increases. This is AB times AB, now A squared B squared. The power changed and increased. Here A squared B times A squared B, now A to the power of 4 and B squared. This is A squared B times AB squared, now the power is A cubed and B cubed. Alright, so this is the main difference between them that you must know. Here some common mistakes made by many students. In the previous slide, we talked about the difference between collect like terms and simplifying expressions, including multiplication. I will evaluate the answers using these two simple rules, but first, pause the video and have a go. Let's start with the first one, which is a plus a. When you collect like terms, don't change the power of letter terms. Therefore, it will be 1a plus 1a, just 2a. However, when you multiply a times a, it will be a squared. When you collect like terms, 2a plus 5a, don't change the power of the letter term. So the answer is just 7a. When you multiply them, multiply the number terms, which is 10, and a times a makes a squared. Here guys, a squared plus a squared doesn't make a to the power of 4. This is 1a squared plus 1a squared, 2a squared. However, when you multiply them, it makes a to the power of 4. Again, when you collect like terms, do not change the power of the letter term, so it will be 7a squared. And when you multiply, first multiply the number terms, so 2 times 5 makes 10, and a squared times a squared makes a to the power of 4. Now, it's your turn. Pause the video and plot the mistakes in the following expressions in your exercise book. I'll be with you in a few seconds. Here are the answers. Please mark your own and make sure you have understood these common misconceptions made by many students. Thanks for watching. Check back soon for another misconception video.